Baseball fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. He's done it! A complete game shutout for Jacob Mizorowski, and he strikes out 15.
It is a final, and we just witnessed some greatness right there. The results are good. Welcome in, everybody. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. And we'll welcome in our network stations here in a little while, but we're on locally here in Milwaukee. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, and Jacob Mizorowski. Amazing. 15 strikeout, 9 shutout innings, a complete game. Faced the minimum, no walks, unbelievable performance. I mean, this is just shy of a perfect game for Miz.
Yeah, it was so easy, Tim. I mean, that was ridiculous. He just was mowing everyone down.
Wow.
Yeah, you know how hard it is to face 27 batters in a game? We know how hard that is. You know how hard it is to only allow one hit in a performance? We know how hard that is. You know how hard it is to strike out 15 batters in one game? We know how hard that is. You know how hard it is to throw a complete game under 100 pitches and just do everything else I said before that? This is one of the greatest games ever pitched by a Brewer, what we just saw right there,
It
Tim.
is, and that includes both of the no-hitters.
Absolutely.
Without a doubt. This was dominating. I mean, this was men versus boys in this performance. 103.1 on his final pitch.
Tim, this is 1 year of Jacob Mizorowski. Today is the year anniversary of Jacob Mizorowski. He just did this this wasn't even his 30th start. I think this was his 29th start, 28th start in the bigs. This is ridiculous, Tim. This is not, there is no one else like him. You cannot tell me that there are 3 pitchers better than Jacob Mizorowski. I don't know what pitcher you want to tell me is better than Jacob Mizorowski right now.
And not just dominating because we're Brewers fans. This is dominating from a baseball perspective.
Correct.
This isn't just locally here in Wisconsin or here for Brewers fans. This is from a baseball standpoint, just masterful. And how, there are a lot of pitchers out there that you can tell that they're laying it all out there. They're really grunting and grinding and doing all this stuff. Miz is easy. It flows a little bit better. It is a brilliant performance for Jacob Mizorowski, part of a 6-zip Brewers win to take game 1 of this 3-game weekend series against the Philadelphia Phillies, and a big bounce-back win. After a couple of losses in Las Vegas, you come back and you beat the Phillies. Hey, these were the 2 hottest teams in baseball pretty much the last, 50 games, 40 games. Both of them coming in at 28-12. Now the Brewers won better. And they take game 1. Want to get to your phone calls, get to your reaction on how you saw this game. I mean, this is amazing. This is truly dominating performance, 40,205. Now, outstaging Mizorowski was Joey Ortiz with a 2-hit night.
Shut up. Stop it.
And it outstaged Jacob Bowers too. So, I mean, the one Jake, that was pretty good. A 3-run bomb and a walk. I mean, okay. Hey, by the way, Jake Bowers, his all-star chances, definitely not 0. I think he's making a bid. 13th home run, 46 knocked in. He is now truly an everyday player in a Brewers uniform. That helped, that 3-run homer. And so But hey, I'm just making fun of the Joey Ortiz stuff. Sal Frelick got a base hit late in the game, 8th inning. That was a rocket off the bat of Frelick. I'm kidding. It was a bloop single. He barely made contact again. Did Jacob Bowers take his job? Well, at least he did tonight, didn't he?
I don't even know what to talk about with the offense, Tim. Like even to highlight anyone. I mean, they're obviously a huge shot from Bowers in the game, and the Brewers manufactured for a couple of innings there too, where they did play like some Brewer baseball. They score on a wild pitch. They were moving guys over during that. But to your point, like there is kind of like a different type of platoon situation going on where they are putting in Bowers and Vaughn and kind of seeing which outfielder they'd like to move on from. And Joey Ortiz has not been a full-time player for a couple of weeks now here too.
No, not at all. But the story of the night, the headlines, Jacob Misiorowski, a complete game shutout on just one hit, facing the minimum. When you look at facing the minimum, you had Kyle Schwarber guessed right on a first pitch sequence slider. He totally guessed. I would have, take that back and you get a perfect game. He was eliminated. Did you know? Here's a stat for you. You like stats, right?
I love stats. Yeah,
I like history too. And so Bryce Terang grounded out to Bryce Harper. And it was the first time that has occurred, Bryce to Bryce on a full count.
It's actually, Tim, I have a better one for you. It's the first time that a Jacob with a C threw a complete game while a Jacob with a K hit a 3-run or larger homer in the same game.
And I might add, in the modern era, it was the first time Bryce hit a ground ball double play to Bryce, who started the double play in the same game.
Tim, also, I got to give a shout out to Tone in Black River Falls. It is the first time Jacob Misiorowski has thrown a complete game. Is it coincidence that Lou James Groover had an RBI single today for the Diamondbacks?
Oh, I didn't know he got called up.
Got called up while you were out. Yeah, Lou James Groover's in the bigs now.
That baby. You know what? That's preparing for the trade. That's what it is. You get him some big league time, easier to send him over. All right, we'll come take a break. We'll come back and we'll get to your calls right away. The lines are there for you. The Nicolay Law Talk and Text lines at 414-677-1250. You guys describe what tonight was for you. Misiorowski, amazing in a complete game shutout, a one-hitter. Who was the last complete game for the Brewers?
Woody
was the last one. The one prior to that, Adrian Hauser.
Oh, stud.
I would have guessed Corbin Burns, but that wasn't the case. So a 6-zip win, Misiorowski, amazing. We're talking about it. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Miz amazing tonight, part of a 6-zip Brewers victory, a complete game shutout, 15 strikeouts, and just one single little old lonely hit there. And we're talking about it. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network. Tim Allen, Tommy Wortz. Get to your phone calls. I want to know the vibe at American Family Field tonight because it sounded great. It sounded like, I'll tell you what it sounded like, Tommy, to me, both TV and radio audio. It sounded like a bunch of really excited, educated Brewers fans. Knew exactly. They knew, you guys knew, you knew that nobody was coming in that ninth inning. You guys knew it. You could feel it. You could feel it just bubble up.
You could not send anyone out there. He had the pitch count. And you're talking about a guy also that the Brewers are going to be cautious of his arm all season long, knowing how important it is down the stretch. Yeah. But also to do that in front of the home crowd, knowing what Miz does, and in front of Christopher Sanchez and company too. Beautiful. Chef's kiss, Jacob Mizorowski.
I mean, take a look at that lineup. I know we want to compare offensive lineups, but I don't know. This could be their opponent in the postseason. The Dodgers, when Miz is like that, you ain't hitting them. I don't care. I don't care about how much money you got. Dodgers weren't going to hit him tonight.
No. That
could happen in a postseason game against those Dodgers. Just saying. Or the Cubs or the Phillies or whoever. Cubs, really? They just blippled down to 500 again. That's a beautiful thing. All right, your calls right now. We do have plenty of lines here, and they're all filled. So when someone hangs up, you guys can jump in, but especially if you were at the game. Justin, you're going to be our leadoff hitter. Nicolay Law Talking text line 414-677-1250.
Hey, man, a lot of pressure on me in this leadoff spot, man. I'm going to choke up on the bat like Tommy told me to do. First of all, Timmy, I appreciate you being out there in Vegas and putting that bad juju on those Vegas nights. You went there and represent for our Carolina Hurricanes.
Just for you, Justin.
Pork sandwiches. You don't eat sushi. You're a real type of guy, man. Straight Midwest with it. Hey, look, it's F everything in Vegas. The minor league park, the little league park. Like Freddie Freeman had the nerve to talk about our ballpark, and you see that BS we had to play in out there. Yeah. Like the infield is fake. I'm just still so upset about it, man. But anyways, let me get off those homeless athletics. I'm so upset, Tommy. I'm so upset. But first of all, real quick, you people better stop bullying Tommy because Tim knows some people in some real egregious places, and he's going to send them for you. Leave Tommy alone. Stop tweeting. No, matter of fact, Tommy, we've been winning baseball games since they've been bullying you.
No, I actually, since I've been this pseudo Cubs fan.
Did someone get bullied?
Oh, no. I just keeps hacking my Twitter and posting Cubs propaganda all over it. And the Cubs are the worst team in baseball since he's been doing it. So who's the real loser? I'm okay with it for now. I can delete one post a day if people think I'm a fib. It's fine. All right, cool.
And the Brewers keep winning too. So
how about Miz tonight, Justin?
He is the absolute coldest pitcher. I know Sparky had a thing on there today, and we were talking, and he was talking about is he the best Brewer ever. That's tough for me to say that. Shout out to Sparky, but the Miz is he has to be the best right now. And if you look at it in the infancy of his career, if it continues to mature like this, it's absolutely amazing. But one thing, man. This Jake Bauers all-star stuff. And I tell Tommy every time I talk to him, I thought Tommy was a little bit off the deep end with the stuff earlier in the year. Tommy's been spot on, and he's been on it before the bandwagon. So, Tommy, we can't do the Jersey. We got to do the Bauers jersey. I'm with you. I think it's time to get one. This guy does everything, and he set all the pressure off of Miz's shoulders as if Miz felt it anyways. But absolutely amazing game, man. I can't say anything negative about Miz, Murphy, or anything. Sorry.
No,
Tom.
Justin. Hey, thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. Those strikeouts in the first inning, that was Schwarber, Turner, and Harper.
Have you heard of them?
On the strikeout pitches to all three, 104.5, 103.5, 104.1. Now, if you want to go back over that, I used to work at 104.5. That's Tommy. That's when you and I did the morning show in Farmington, New Mexico.
Oh yeah, that was.
We
good
were
times.
at one of the KISS FM stations, 103.5 in Tuscaloosa, and then 104.1. That was the oldie station down in Arlington.
The oldie station in Arlington. Arlington oldies really makes a lot of sense. Let's keep going down the list here. 414-677-1250, the Nicolay Law Talking text line. Will is in West Dallas. What's up, Will?
Hey, okay. So I don't care what we're talking about. There is nothing else we should be talking about other than what this kid did tonight, because it might have been the greatest performance we have ever seen in Brewers history, including CC Sabathia and Ben Sheets.
Oh, well, including Juan Nieves, including Burns and Hader, both being no hitters.
This kid didn't even throw 100 pitches. I was sitting here watching the whole time. I put everything down I was doing just to watch this, and was more excited than I've ever been for even a playoff game. So bring on the Dodgers in the playoffs, bring on the Yankees in the World Series. We're going to win it all. It doesn't matter.
Hey, Will, let's forget about Cy Young. Okay, forget about that. Should he have MVP talks coming around him right now?
If it keeps going like this, you can't ignore that.
You cannot ignore that.
That's right.
This is past Cy Young at this point. I'm looking at MVP for the Miz.
Well, that's how dominating this performance was. And this is, Will, to your comment there about must-see stuff, you think about all of the must-see players that have been on big, big roles in a Brewers uniform. You know, a lot of times Ryan Braun got rolling, and you're like, "Oh man, Brawny's up." The world stops, and you watch Braun's at bat, or Prince Fielder when he was on a roll. All-Star Derby, All-Star performance for some of these guys. You look at Juan Nieves. Maybe it's apples to oranges there, but this may have been, to your comment, the one that stopped the sports world and everybody watched about mid-game. Well, you probably saw it on socials.
If you look at this, when you look at we're going to stop everything to watch somebody, the ESPN will stop everything. We'll watch Shohei. We had that time when everybody stopped what they were doing and watched Skeens, and I'll still do it. Like, Skeens is amazing. But we are at that point now where that pitcher that everything stops for is Mizorowski.
And
it is going to be like that for 3+ years. I know we all know at some point he's going to leave us, and we know that.
We've worked through over Cy Young to MVP to his free agency.
No, we all okay, but look, we all know that's going to happen at some point.
Yeah.
But for right now, we need to enjoy the ride, enjoy every second of watching this kid pitch, because we are never going to see anything like this again in a Brewers uniform unless it's a half-season rental. And I'm sorry, Susie. I love you. I love what you did. I loved that whole half season we had and that playoff run. But this is a million times better than that. And I'm going to love every second of it.
I will. Thank you. Thank you,
Will. Thank you.
That's awesome.
It was ridiculous all day today. 414-677-1250. Dan, you're out in Toma. What's going on, Dan?
Hey, this is the best game I ever saw pitch ever. And to look at his stats and what he did is unbelievable. You say he had 15 strikeouts and went the distance. You would have think he threw 110 pitches. No, 95. That's 10.4 pitches an inning. Gives up one hit, faces the minimum. It was a phenomenal game. And what really sets the stage, that put the bar for what Sanchez is going to try to do. This is going to be a series that, if this game would have been pitched in L.A. or something, it'd been all over. And as far as MVP, there ain't no one going to take it away from Ohtani. And that's a shame. That's a shame what this kid has done for Milwaukee and the Brewers and this city and us fans. He deserves every accolade. It's just phenomenal. Phenomenal.
Awesome. Thank you, Dan. We appreciate you listening and telling
Thanks,
me that.
Dan. Oh, dude.
Is this we'll just open the door for my mind to get rolling. There's always that player, and I always equate it to, I was in spring training one year when there's a popular player and he's really good. And I was at that, I don't know, whatever they're called, Sloan Park, some sort of Cub thing. But the Cubs were playing the Brewers in a exhibition game, spring training game. And it was years ago when it was Rizzo. And everyone just stopped and oh, Anthony Rizzo's. Wait a second, Rizzo's. You want a beer? No, hold on, Rizzo's. And then we had talked about that on subsequent post-game shows. Who is that one guy that everybody just use stop action, and that's the one you want to see? Stop talking to me, man. This guy's up here. We can talk after, or this guy's pitching. We don't need to get into conversation about your credit card bill. So is this is Mizorowski now the top of that list ever in a Brewers uniform? Robin Yount's up. Everybody stop action. Ben Sheets is pitching. Whoa, wait a second. CC Sabathia on the mound, stadium packed, and everyone watching on TV.
Well, if only we had some sort of judge that could help us on that. Mr. J-Mo, you're up next on the Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show. Is Miz the most watchable player in a Brewers uniform?
Is he the most watchable?
Currently or all time?
We're going all time right now.
Oh, man.
I know. Molitor, Yount. I mean, come on. There's some big names. Those are my boys. That's my quarterback.
That's my quarterback, baby. You're going to have to, we're going to have to handle this like we normally do. One side's going to have to argue fur and fur.
Oh, okay. I can take the Miz side if you want, Tim.
All right, go ahead.
He threw 105 today, and he did it like more than one time.
Well, just hold on a second. Are you rounding?
Okay, sorry. He threw over 104 multiple times today, including all of them being the fastest pitcher ever thrown by a starter of all time. He completed a Maddox, which is a complete game under 100 pitches. He struck out 15. He walked nobody. This game was done in 2 hours because Miz mowed down everyone the entire time. I would love to hear about how Robin Yount won a couple MVPs. Go ahead, Tim.
Well, and now I will say this, that I will object accordingly, because 104.5 does not mean 105, people.
Okay, don't do this.
It just doesn't.
Don't do this.
Why are we doing this?
Don't do this. No, you're ruining the fun.
I want a separate court case on that alone.
Well, we're on
I'm going to file a procedure on that.
Okay.
But I'm going to say
don't make me do math.
I'm going to say that in the minute, in the moment, I would say yes, but it's that CC run, guys. We have to take a step back and realize the dynamic of that. It was every 3 days. It was only 3 days rest.
Sure.
It was every fourth day. It was 3 days rest. And the confidence level of a 1.6 ERA and 14 starts. I mean, he had 7 complete games, 3 shutouts. I think it's close. I need to see a few more starts out of Miz.
That's crazy. That's crazy. J-Mo, you got to kick him out of the court.
Well, hold on. Go his last 10 starts versus CC's final 10 starts.
I don't think you want,
and you'll
that
see
smoke.
Similar numbers.
I exactly. That's why I think you should just recognize it for what it is already to this point, and not say I need to see more. Just say it's equal. Just say you can't decide.
And I will say this: the stakes at that time of a 26-year playoff drought were high.
They were high. I'll get that. Were they higher than 104.3 times? Were they higher than that?
Let's hear. Let's just ask myself today. I said, well, I wonder who was the last NL pitcher to start back-to-back All-Star games, and nobody cares, bruh, because I know exactly who it's going to be. Am I wrong?
What was the question? I was getting a phone call from
All-star starter.
What was the all-star starter for last year?
Nobody. I was going to say who's the last NL starter to start back-to-back All-Star games, but nobody cares. Who cares? It doesn't matter because I know who's going to make it happen. Yeah, this year it's going to be Jacob Mizorowski.
And the Brewers' offense are going to make that happen against Sanchez.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
See that?
If they light up Sanchez for like 5, that'd be so perfect this weekend.
Poetic justice.
Oh man, you won the battle, but not the war on pitcher of the month versus Cy Young, dude.
All right, so I'm just gonna throw in the
We'll
towel.
just adjourn this here case. We'll adjourn it to 3 days before the All-Star break.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, that works for me.
Yeah, that's a good time to do that.
Thank you, Judge.
With the vibe out here in Cudahy is positivitude, and with that, as always, peace, love, so brothers.
So long, brother.
All right, there
it's
he is.
Cudahy. It's always positivitude out there. What are you talking about? Let's keep it going here. We got Schlitzap Pat joining us up next. What's up, Schlitzap?
Gentlemen, how are you doing tonight? So
Pat,
good to have the team back together.
Yes, Pat, it was great. It was great meeting you last week. Yeah, it was cool.
Oh, absolutely. Brother, your band off the hook. I wish I could go to Burlington. I cannot. You guys are the best. Anyway, what we saw tonight was a portrait painting of pitching. I've never seen anything like this.
The Polish Picasso.
Dude. Oh, exactly. I'm an old dude. I saw Raleigh Fingers. I remember being at the World Series game and watching him doing warm-ups and go, I'm a little kid at that time. And I'm like, oh my God, this is awesome. It made me love this game. But all right, I'm going to keep it short. Okay, Joey O, right? Him,
God.
Him.
Oh,
Joey,
you guys are all Joey truthers, man.
You
it's ridiculous.
know that, Tommy. You know me. I talked to you last week at the festival. Yeah. Joey O is my guy. It's she who does not want to be mentioned's guy. He's our guy. Tim, am I wrong?
Oh, no, you're Joey O all the way.
I said it is the second summer of Joey. And it is. Okay. And my God, I'm drinking a Picco's PBR. Oh, good Lord, they're terrible. Oh, my God.
Well, tell Tiffany I said hello, and thanks for coming out last week.
Thanks, Pat.
I will do, my friend. I love you guys. Have a great night.
There he is, Schlitzap Pat. Let's go. You know what? Since we brought up beer already, go ahead and crack one, Kenny.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hang on, boys. Here we go.
Oh, it's Friday night.
Yeah, that's a 12. You know what? That was 15 out of 10 in honor of the strikeouts today, Ken.
Yes.
15 out of 10. That's outstanding. You know, I was actually tempted to line up 15 beers, but I've already had 14. So I was like, oh, God, do I got to do this? No. If I would have been up at the cabin, I would have said, heck yeah, because we'd have a whole crowd there lined up around the bar so they could have helped me drink those 15. But with that being said, I mean, this is a performance of the ages. No two ways about it.
Yeah.
It's one of those. It's one of those nights that you just sit back and you relish and you're happy for the kid. The kid, what he did was phenomenal. The mere fact that Murph said, "Get out there for the ninth."
No doubt. You guys were so lucky. Those of you that went to AmFam tonight to witness this on the anniversary of Mizorowski's debut to the day. Yep. And he does this 40,000 plus at AmFam. And you guys, man, you're so lucky you got to. You'll never forget this one.
Well, and to your point, Ken, you said, you just like feel so happy for him. Like it almost was like beautiful to watch today. What Miz did,
the Polish Picasso. I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, yeah, I call him the Polish Cannon. When that kid. When he threw his arms up in the air after the game, I listened to it on the radio, but I had to run back in to the house just to take a look, to see what was going on because you always want to see the visual, right? And so seeing
Looked
that
up to the heavens,
and seeing the way that him and Contreras came together and they had a number of words, and Contreras was so happy for him. I think that's the most English he's spoken in quite a while. But it was really something great to see. And it's one of these things where you take this one game and you take his performances so far and you go, fabulous. We've got a whole season to go. We got 57 more wins to get to 99, and we still got almost 3 months to do it. On top of that, we're 17 over 500 with 95 to go. The team needs to keep building. June 12th is going to be a night that in October, when we're clinching for the pennant and the kid does the same thing, that you're going to say, this was the tipping point of the season for this offense, as they now are starting to look like an offense that gets behind a MVP candidate. The team still needs to add pitching. You have to have more starting pitching. If this doesn't tell the front office and Mr. A, hey, open up the checkbook, we're going to need a few more guys because this team is the real deal, and there's no looking back.
Might be one of the best calls he's ever had, Tommy. Might be the most coherent and logical call he's had in a long time. To your point, Kenny, they did add Coleman Crow. Another pitcher goes down to injury, and Craig Yoho was called back up today.
Well, the problem that we have is that we still have two guys, and one that we know for a fact now it doesn't appear that we're going to see anymore, and that's in Quinn Priester, and that's a shame. Woody, I just, whatever. It's time for the team, though, to seriously start looking forward to taking the next step, because if you're going to beat a team like the Dodgers, you better prepare your offense and you better start getting better. And if you're going to stick with Joey O, then he has to continue to do what he's doing if he's going to stay on this team. Because if you're not going to make a change, and it clearly doesn't look like at this point in time they're going to make a change, they're going to ride it out with him. Will they bring up some other guys? Will they make some trades? I think that's inevitable. They're going to have to do that in order to move forward. But this was a fabulous night tonight for all Brewer fans.
We're all going to remember it for a long
June
time.
12th.
We will.
I mean, it's going to go down in history.
It will, and it'll be very similar. Oh, I think it'll be better to that Ben Sheets strikeout.
Yeah, but
game.
how about Don Sutton? When you're in the World Series, I mean, the pennant. I know most people don't even understand what I'm saying. The funny thing that I was going to say to start this call off, I was going to give you a Happy Days reference. Here, the kid turns sophomore. He gets his varsity letter to put on his sweater. They're going to have to add more arms to his Letterman sweater because he's got so many damn chevrons with strikeouts right now. He's going to look like an octopus by the end of the season. So.
All right, Kenny, let's go with that. All right, Kenny, thanks, man.
Thank you,
Good call.
Dude.
Yeah, he made some good points.
Well, I mean, first of all, you would be foolish not to think that the Brewers have officially, even if they were or were not in some sort of window right now, you now have the best pitcher in baseball on your team. So you have an obligation to build around that. If you think that this team, well, and again, if you think that this team, to your point, Tim, right, there is an argument for they just keep winning baseball games. So if you want to say that this current configuration can do it, sure. But we also know that the fans are more educated than ever now, and they can see the weak points in this game. They also know, for the most part, Murphy's kind of listened to Vaughn and Bowers have to be in the lineup every day. They are the everyday guys together. Stop platooning them. But when you see a performance like this from Jacob Misiorowski today, it only adds to the fans' fire, and it only justifies what every fan is thinking, in that saying that they need to improve is not criticism. It is constructive criticism, because they care and they are more educated than ever, and they understand what you have with Jacob Misiorowski you have never had before in the history of your team.
It may compel the organization to do something a little bit more, but that is tough to define. I talked about that with the morning show this morning about, define. We hear the term slide your chips in, push the chips in. For once, how come they don't push the chips in? Come on. Well, define that. That may be a little bit of maybe a different definition for 5 different people. You get 5 different answers of what pushing the chips in are. But you do have the best pitcher in baseball right now. And we've had that with Corbin Burns. He was Cy Young that year. We can't forget he was dominating too. Dominating like this? Probably not like this.
No.
I mean, this is all world.
No. That's why, and with all due respect to CC Sabathia, thank you for your service. It wasn't this. It was not this. Sabathia might have been better. Maybe.
Well, it was a one-hitter in Pittsburgh.
I don't think he peaked at this moment. In that you said in Pittsburgh. He you know what I mean? I know he won game 162 or 163. It was a big moment too. But as far as the arm talent, it was not this. Maybe pitching better, but the physical gift of pitching, this is unlike anything else.
Unreal. I mean, we will not see this. How rare is this? I mean, 103, 104, just gas and go? Come on. This is an amazing performance. I want to get your reaction here on the Nicolay Law Talking text line at 414-677-1250. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen. It's the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios.
postgame show, Bet Above the Rest, only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Mizorowski, amazing tonight. Complete game, shutout victory, 95 pitches.
Yeah.
Facing the minimum.
Yep.
Dominating.
Tim, I would like to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I know we're drawing some comparisons to one Karsten Charles. Jacob Mizorowski over his last 8 starts is 7-0, a .17 ERA.
Okay.
So that is 54 innings of 1 earned run in that time. It's a 105 opponent batting average, a .52 whip, 7 quality starts, and a complete game.
Whip.
Yeah. Every other inning, someone's getting on base. Go ahead.
Yes. Somehow, some way. And you know, I mean, you know right away, no one's really been able to tag him early on in a game.
No.
And then it's almost as if he kind of gets in cruise control. And then when he gets toward the end of his performance, wherever he thinks that is, then he's got a little extra power boost. And then he comes up with higher velocity numbers there. That is the biggest thing about Mizorowski these days, and how he's matured as a pitcher has been truly remarkable in that he's not screwing around with walking batters. He knows he has the stuff to go right at hitters and go get them. The pitch efficiency has been amazing. Amazing. It's
amazing.
Just amazing. And it's sort of the anti-Freddie Peralta, who's good, don't get me wrong, really good pitcher in the bigs and well-deserving of a whole mess of money. But I think there are two different styles where the pitch efficiency is horrible for Peralta.
Right.
And now you look at Mizorowski, which credit William, because they're not wasting pitches here.
No, William gets so much credit today. Are you kidding me? Jacob Mizorowski, the 9th complete game of 1 or no hits in franchise history. The last player to do it, Hall of Famer CC Sabathia, back against Pittsburgh, to your point. He is just the second Brewer to do it, however, without a walk. Danny Darwin back in 1985.
Good old Danny Darwin.
Is the last time we have seen it where it was a one-hitter with no walks. Jacob Mizorowski. Danny Darwin's
26.
That's a fake name. I don't even know what you're talking about.
He used to pitch for the Twins.
Danny
and the Brewers.
Darwin. Hell of a stash on this guy.
Yeah.
With the Brewers, number 18.
18.
Yeah, a lot of teams. Oh man, Danny Darwin, great immaculate grid name if you need one out there. Let's keep going down the phone lines. I know this person was at the game today. He remembers Danny Darwin very well. Big Dog Chase, what's going on, Big Dog?
Chase is excited tonight.
Yeah. I don't feel after a week in a 3/4 long absence because I was in Nashville. Actually stopped by the Sound Stadium, got a hat.
Nice.
So took the week off last week from calling in,
Me too.
and then couple late nights this week. So
makes sense. But you were at the game today, Chase.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And was that the best game you've been to all season?
It might have been the best game I've went to in my life.
Oh,
I mean, that's saying a lot.
I mean, come on. Endorse Miz even more.
Yes.
I mean, I might not sound like I have a lot of words to say, but oh boy, I do. This is going to be the best call ever.
Okay. All right.
Okay, give it. Send it.
Go for it.
First off, White Sox beat the Dodgers.
Love that.
Check.
Miz, just absolutely Miz-tastic.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He
Put it
is
on the shirt.
making, he is mystery. He is
Mhm.
making mystery.
Mystery.
Oh, making mystery.
Okay.
Mystery.
And words. Yeah, I like it.
People after the 7th, why were they standing up? But why are we giving him a standing O as he walking off the field? There is no activity in the bullpen. That dude is not nowhere near done.
Yeah. Yeah, he knew. He knew in the 7th he wasn't coming out for 2 more.
Yeah. Well, they were. How was the stadium tonight, Big Dog? It sounded like you guys were having a blast.
I mean, it was up and down all night, but then that 9th inning came. I don't think there's a single person on there sitting in their seat.
Everybody standing up and nobody complaining about it. Good.
No, even there's some Phillies fans in front of us. Kudos to them. They might have not had the night they wanted, but they even stood up and clapped for Miz, and I respect that.
All right. Now think about this, Big Dog. What would you give that you own right now? What would you give for the Brewers to just knock out Christopher Sanchez after 2 1/3 innings pitched and knock him up for 6 or 7 runs?
That would be nice, especially to show the MLB what they took away from Miz.
Yeah. How about your favorite baseball card? What you got cards?
Yeah.
You got a Mizorowski card?
Yeah. Lots of rookies.
Would you give one rookie Mizorowski card away to blast Sanchez?
I don't know.
He's thinking about it. They're going to be worth a lot of money, to be fair.
Yeah, I would sit on them.
I mean, I also agree with Tim. What are we doing rounding up pitches? What are we doing?
Tell him.
At the stadium, it says 104. On the broadcast, it says 104. Where are we? Okay, yes, we can see the decimal number on point number on line, but why do we need to round up? That is not what is on record. Like, there's no record saying he pitched 105 tonight. He is pitching 104.
Okay. I mean, Big Dog.
Standing ovation. Way to go, Big Dog. We'll talk again, okay?
Yep, Mizorowski's the greatest to ever do it. Big Dog's back, Big Dog out.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, he's got a little sign off now and everything. Yeah, this
Big
guy,
Dog back,
he's
Big
gonna
Dog out.
He's gonna be a problem one day. He's gonna be a problem. The next guy to ththrow a complete game shutout is gonna be Big Dog for
His
the Brewers.
next job is going to be producing for Steve Pfeiffer.
Let's keep going down the line. The official historian, Ken, is over in River West. What's going on, Ken?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Me and I are leaving the game, and we agree with Big Dog Chase. The energy, especially in that 9th inning, when everybody realized he was coming back out, there was quite the crowd pop there that I haven't heard in quite some time.
No question. I heard it. I felt it. It did feel early on in this game, however, and maybe it's just the Miz hype because we all know what that's like. But early in that game, the top half of that first inning, it felt like, whoa, this is something cool here. And maybe it's because it was Schwarber, Turner, and Harper. And maybe it's because it's the Phillies, but my goodness, I felt it. I mean, I was so emotional right away. I wanted Schwarber thrown out of the game.
Oh, that would be awesome.
You can't get me up. What are you doing? You can't argue balls and strikes like that. And yeah. So anyway, go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and on that note, I'm surprised nobody's really brought this up yet, but to do it against the Phillies after all those guys last year were upset with Miz making the All-Star team.
Yeah,
this has to make it extra
Tommy, I
special
called
for
you
Miz.
today on that.
Yeah, I know. And like I said, I did play the Sanchez angle. I didn't bring up the Phillies angle of it either, but you're right, Ken. I mean, that was absolutely a shut up, I'm Jacob Mizorowski
right.
game.
That's what it was. Yes.
Yeah, that's amazing.
No, a buddy of mine had left me a text, and he had said, "Hey, Miz is going to shove tonight against the Phillies because of the beef that the Phillies have with him." And so I had to call, because I've been out of town. I had to call Tommy and say, "Tommy, did I miss something while I was out of town? What the hell happened?" Tommy, that's what it was. It was that Philly throwing a tantrum last year. Yes.
Oh, well, at least they got to be upset last year. Now they look like idiots this year.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, well, Miz let him know tonight, that's for sure. And I'll just say on your little discussion of this kind of debate, we've never seen anything like this, not just in a Brewers uniform, but in baseball history. Nobody has thrown a baseball like this. It's really incredible what we're watching, and we need to appreciate it every time he takes the mound.
No question.
Absolutely. Hey, Mia, how about Jake Bauers tonight, too? I mean, yeah, right? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, it's all right. It's a big night for Jake. It's a big night for Jake's. There it is.
Well, I'm hoping it's a big night for Ken later, too. So we'll see.
Oh, okay. Hey, all
deal.
Right. Hey, little baby Jake coming in a little bit. You guys have a good night.
Hey, Miz and the Brewers are happy to help out, Ken.
We need a little like baby like bib coming their way or something with just a ball with flames coming out of it.
For Ken. Nice. 414-677-1250 on the Nicolay Law Talk and text line.
Yeah, let's fit one more in here. We got Joe in Milwaukee. What's going on, Joe?
Oh my gosh, guys! What a game! What a game! And hey, big respect. I gotta give respect to Big Dog Chase. That was a real professional, just an awesome call. I was thinking, in the words of One More Thing, Johnny, how do you follow up that call?
Yes.
That was awesome. I was thinking as I was listening, Tim asked a really great question, and what does it mean to push the chips in? What does it mean to push the chips in? And I kind of thought, yeah, I think at this point, if you see him for a couple starts and your pitching staff looks pretty similar, closer to the All-Star break or to the trade deadline rather, I think you go get the man in the AL, Tarek Skubal. I think I don't see how anybody's beating a Mizorowski, Skubal, Harrison in a playoff
Yeah,
series.
so Joe, to your point, you said Miz Skubal. I think I said this last time Tim was on with us. Maybe it was something else, but like Miz is the number one regardless. I don't even care. I don't even care what he's done. I don't care who Skubal is. I don't care who they bring in. Miz is the ace on this team. If you want to go get him, cool, but he ain't taking anything away from Miz.
I agree. To a point you made, Tommy, last week, I think it was last week on a show, I do think that while we tend to really value our prospects, and every fan of every team really values their prospects, I do think it's going to take something like Andrew Fisher and Bishop Letson and possibly more to get Tarek Skubal. And
I don't know about that. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced of that. I think you can get it done with multiple prospects, none of which that are Madej or Fisher. I think you can get it with multiples, and none of them name them.
I mean, I'll give up Pena for Skubal and a shot this year. For
Pena,
sure.
that could happen.
I'll start with Pena. Yeah, you ain't getting Fisher. Yeah, but I'll start with Pena.
I just don't know. I don't know how teams are going to look at Pena after the health issues he's had this year.
Sure, fine. Jet Williams. You want Jet Williams? You give up on Jet Williams for Tarek Skubal right now?
I just don't. I was thinking about Jet Williams, but then the Tigers, they've got a shortstop locked up for like 8 years or something.
That's true.
So
good point.
But he can play other positions. Hey, one more thing before I go. I know. Shout out Jake. If Jake's listening to this, I know a good pitching performance on Friday night was really important to Jake. With the way he goes about things. So shout out Jake.
Sounds like an inside cryptic message.
Got it.
I don't know what it means. I missed it. But okay, good luck, Jake. Whatever you're pitching tonight. That be something that he said, right?
Yeah, sounds like it.
All right. Very good, Joe. Great hearing from you. We'll talk more about Mizorowski. We're going to hear from Jacob Mizorowski. We're going to hear from Pat Murphy on this performance. So in 1 week, Pat Murphy said it's the craziest game he's ever seen. What's he going to say about tonight's ball game? I mean, this is your first win since Monday. It feels like it's been longer than that.
Yeah, plenty of phone lines, too. We're going to have a quick segment on the other side, but we will get you in. So I know I got Brian, Justin, Mr. Ferguson, Marshall, Tyler, Cousin Tim. Everyone stick around. I promise you want to get on today, 414-677-1250. We will get you on. We want to talk about history. You can talk about history.
Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. The Polish Picasso deals tonight a complete game shutout, one hitter, 15 strikeouts, 95 pitches in a 6-zip Brewers victory. We almost forget that the Brewers, they won the game too. So we can talk about all that and more on the other side. Stick around. Welcome back. We'll squeeze in a call here. I've got a source that just told me not one 3-ball count tonight for Mizorowski. Thank you for that, Jeff. Tyler.
Almost a snowman.
Almost a snowman tonight. Needed 2 more runs. Snowman Jeff, by the way, checking in. now he has a nickname. Okay. Tyler, what's going on? We got about a minute and a half here.
Well, I guess I'll have to make it short then, but I've been saying this for the last month. Mizorowski is, well, I guess we could call a baseball unicorn.
Yeah.
There is nothing we have had before. We may not ever have since. We may not have again. And I know I know a lot of people that were talking about extending terrain, but I know it's a risk, but I think you have to roll the dice and extend Miz, because you're going to find 10 Bryce Terrains before you get another.
Yeah, I mean, great point. Great point. Okay. Are you right? Like, he's going to make $50 million a year all day. I mean, that's just without question. If this
continues,
without question. What's the price on the best pitcher in baseball?
$200 to $300 million contract.
Oh, well, yeah. I think you're selling him short on
just
200.
minimum.
Yeah.
I mean, again, though, he's got Arby years to contend.
Oh, yeah. He'll be here for a little bit, so we don't have to worry about it. But yeah,
he will be. But it's something that I would say to end that if he continues the way he is, maybe even another year or two, you have to be serious about. We may have to extend him a few more years beyond that, because you're just not going to have another guy like him. And yes, he is a pitcher, and yes, everyone has that fear about pitchers' arms, but I know there was somebody else who told me that you have to roll the dice on it and hope that he's like Verlander, where he has a long career.
It's durable, right? That's a great point. Yes.
But this is just what he has been doing, just the maturity of him. He looked like a teenager last year. He is looking like, Tim, you might be familiar with Gary Ellerson. He's a gam now. He's looking like a gam,
right,
a grown-ass
Tyler.
man.
All right, man. Thanks for the call. Good stuff.
Thanks, Ty.
All right, stick around. A big segment on the other side of the break here, where we're going to continue to talk about Mizorowski, the unicorn. Okay, we'll take that.
I like
Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show. On the other side, well, Murph, Moore, Miz. Coming up, Brewers win 6-0. We're live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios.
fans, the game is over. Welcome to the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. Bet above the rest. Only at the Potawatomi Sportsbook, Milwaukee. After the last pitch, you've made the switch for 21 seasons. We'll hear from the manager, the players, and the highlights from the game. It's time to talk about the game and the team with Tim Allen and Tommy Wortz on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Mizorowski amazing in a 6-zip Brewers victory to take game one of this 3-game series over the Philadelphia Phillies. There's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show live here on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. We'll get back to your calls here in just a second. Just got a text in during the break from my buddy Billy Schmid, who he said, you finally got your guy. Now, you have to keep in mind the context of that. I've been complaining for years about why can't we get that one super stud of the league, not just for the Brewers. We suffered through, the highly touted Orlando Arcia was going to come up and do the damage, or Taylor Youngman and Jed Bradley draft is going to do
Keston Hiura.
The K train's coming.
Oh,
yeah. And so he said, congrats, you finally got yours. And he cited the fact that he started his career 11 innings of no-run ball. He cited starting or pitching a scoreless inning in the All-Star game. He then went on to say that you got a Game 5 victory in a postseason series. And now this, tonight. Good points. And we may have finally found him. All right, well, now also, while I was gone, Tommy.
Yeah.
I did get some information that you were doing play-by-play.
Oh.
And of course, I would never say that the accounts and descriptions are property of Major League Baseball and the Milwaukee Brewers Baseball Club because they're prohibited.
Cannot be disseminated.
Yes. So I got to hear that apparently it was the 3-run homer in the 10th out in Vegas.
Oh, and William Contreras just goes down to his butt. A 3-run dong off his butt. Are you kidding me? Dong
Beautiful.
off his butt. Dong off his butt. Are you kidding me?
Oh, man, what a great call. That's almost like levering back to back.
Oh, man.
Or Grindel's bye-bye baseball.
Dong off his butt.
Or get up, get out of here, gone.
Butt.
All right, Nicolay Law talking text line. 414-677-1250.
You can't leave ever again. I can't be in charge.
I don't think they're going to sue us on that one.
3-run dong off his butt. Levering's got to work that into a call this year. That's your
job, Jeff.
Yeah.
Forget about the snowman.
Yeah, you can beat all the snowman allegations if you just go with 3-run dong off his butt.
All right, let's get back to you guys, Cousin Tim. I know you've been holding on for a long time, but go ahead. How about Mizorowski tonight?
He pitched great.
Great. Okay, thanks for the call.
Yeah, he pitched great. No, I know everybody's saying they're watching him, but I think how about all of baseball is going to start watching him when he pitches, not just the Brewer fans. All of baseball.
I think if they haven't, this will be the one. Don't you think, guys?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this would be throwing under 100 pitches, complete game shutout, no walks, 1 hit, and 15 punchies, as they say. Not even a 3-ball count. That's all worldly. I mean, they've got to take notice now if they haven't already.
And that was a good call, Charlie. A 3-run.
3-run dong off his butt. That's what you were looking for, or were you just looking for run dong off his butt? Are you kidding me?
Oh, that is awesome.
It's just too bad that we gave up 15 of those damn things to the A's. So.
No, we're done with the A's. The A's are done.
Yes.
Miz is too awesome to talk about that park anymore.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go because I had stuff to say, but I lose my concentration.
That's all right.
after,
There's plenty
hour-
of games
an
left,
hour
plenty of
plus.
shows.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. See you, Timmy.
Thanks, Cousin Tim.
Mr. Ferguson on the Nicolay Law Talking text line 414-677-1250. Hello, Mr. Ferguson.
Hello, Mr. Allen.
Mm-hmm.
I Tommy off his butt.
Thank you.
That was a remarkable call. In all honesty, if Uke wasn't the legend that he was, I would petition to have that put up on the slide, dong off his butt.
Yes.
Off his butt. I mean, come on.
But you can't really mess with Uke, so we'll have to find another way to use it in the park somewhere. But it's got to be there.
All right.
True.
All right. Yeah, can do that.
You asked earlier if Miz is the most I think it was the most exciting or most must-watch brewer we've ever had.
Yeah.
It's close. There were a few years there where Robin Yount was doing stuff that nobody ever thought they'd see in Milwaukee, to be honest with you. But
and I'm not saying that who's a better player.
No, that's not even what I mean. It was just,
and Miz may turn out to be maybe one of the best, if not the best. I'm just saying that the must-watch scenario would be just all the way maxed out to 10.
Yeah, and there's no reason to not turn on a Brewer game. I don't care what team you're a fan of. You are watching right now the maturation, the coming into his own of what I believe is truly a generational talent. This is something professional baseball has never, ever, ever seen before.
That's crazy.
You know what velocity he threw his 95th and last pitch at?
Was that
103 miles an hour.
Yeah, are you rounding up though? Because Tim doesn't like when you do that.
Oh,
Apparently,
yeah. You know what? Everybody can stow the rounding thing because they don't put decimals on the board in the stadium, and 5 or more you round up. That's just the rule that I didn't make. I didn't make the rules. That's what they are.
It's math. It's math. You want us to stop arguing math?
Math is
Absolutely.
specific.
Absolutely.
Are you kidding me?
Off his butt.
Off his butt. Yeah. Dong off his butt.
In all honesty, though, what you're watching, what we're witnessing right now, is literally a never happened before, may never happen again type of thing. Everybody said Shohei Ohtani is, a generational talent, and he is. I'm not going to lie. Jacob Mizorowski is a better pitcher by half again right now than Shohei is. And Shohei is really good. I'm not taking anything away from Shohei. Mizorowski is legitimately, mathematically, scientifically unhittable right now.
And
you literally
we wouldn't be able to, Mr. Ferguson, we would not be able to say that if he didn't have the command that he's got now. That's really what puts it over the top.
Well, and that's what makes him generational. There have been guys that can fireball, but they're literally, hit the mascot kind of thing. He is a pitcher with a cannon. That he's not a thrower, he's a pitcher. His off speed is not just there for show. It's not just, change of speed. It's effective.
Mm-hmm.
A 99-mile-an-hour slider shouldn't be legal.
No. Yeah, that's
he landed a curveball for final strike. Was it Harper?
It was the Harper 91-mile-an-hour curveball
and just landed it. You're not going to do anything with that.
Now wait until after this season when he develops a true changeup, and he's bringing that in at 90 and 103 on the heat, and you can't tell the difference because they tunnel the same.
That's right.
The spin's the same. You can't pick it up. He is. Everybody that's listening, go out. If you have Netflix, go out and look up the documentary Fastball. The science is talked about at length in there. It's really, really educational. Scientifically speaking, where he releases the ball and the velocity he's releasing it at, human beings do not have the ability to consciously, effectively control their swing to hit that ball. You can't react fast enough. It is physically, humanly impossible. Barry Bonds could not touch him. In his prime, with all the juice in his system, everything going for him, Barry Bonds would look like an idiot. Pitch after pitch after pitch tonight. The bat was coming through the hitting zone when the ball was in the glove.
Yeah, way late.
That's little league stuff. That is not something you see in the majors. You miss barrels. You use movement to miss barrels because these guys are freaks of nature, hand-eye coordination you can't believe. He is making them look stupid.
Well, and Mr. Ferguson, you know what's something that Barry had that is always talked about but really underappreciated in his game that Miz has now is fear, right? The ability to walk from Barry was the fear that his bat put in you.
The mental game.
How many times today did we see the most little league swings out of Phillies hitters today? Because Jacob Mizorowski is another player who, by the way, is probably making less money than you, who you are afraid of to stand in the batter's box against.
Yeah. That's the mental part of the game that comes into play here. That's a great point.
When you can go 103 on your 95th pitch in a one-hit shutout, that shouldn't be humanly possible. I don't know.
Are you kidding me?
Off his butt.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
One day they're going to, at some point way in the future, they're going to do a breakdown of Jacob Mizorowski's physique like they did Secretariat and find out that his UCL is twice the size of any other humans that's ever lived.
I thought we were going to start breeding with Miz.
No. Well,
let's get a super pitcher up here.
In 50 years, you never know. I mean, they might be making babies that way. I don't know. We don't know where it's going, but this is ridiculous stuff. I hope the city of Milwaukee and all the Brewers fans out there are appreciating what they're seeing. All of baseball is aghast at this guy. I watch MLB Network all day, every day. The way that they talk about him in their breakdowns, or just when he's coming up on it's his day to pitch or he just pitched, they speak about him in terms that people used to talk about Michael Jordan in. We are truly witnessing what may be the greatest pitcher that any of us alive right now have ever seen.
Yeah, regardless of team. I completely agree. I completely agree.
All of baseball, the only thing that he can't do is hit. If somehow they teach him to hit and he turns into a 20-20 or 30-30 guy, forget it. Shohei can go back to Japan.
All right, Mr. Ferguson, good stuff, man.
Thanks, Mr. Ferguson.
Take it easy.
Let's keep it going here. Justin is leaving the game. He might be home by now, but what's going on, Justin?
Yep. Hey there. Yep. Got home a couple minutes ago, but I'm sitting in the driveway. It's all
Nice.
good. Just a couple things. When he came out off his butt from the bench to come out for the ninth, it was kind of cool because the pop in the stadium was like one of the loudest I've heard for just like a non-play thing. It was great. I mean, I thought it was cool because all the players let him walk out first by himself, and nobody else walked out until he crossed to the line.
And Justin, was there any doubt he was like going to get it done in the ninth? I mean, it was going to be 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we were watching the bullpen starting like the end of the seventh. There was no one even like stretching or anything. So we knew.
And everybody knew it. Everybody knew it because they know where to look and what the signs are and that whole deal. That is like royalty that the Brewers. That's impressive. I didn't know they did that.
Yeah. One other quick thing. I got good present or good tickets for my birthday in section 111, but there's a group of 8 people in front of us from Chicago. They're all either like Cubs or White Sox fans. At least they're all very nice, respectful. None of them wore their Cubs stuff, which was great. But they all came up just to watch Miz pitch tonight.
Yeah, look at that. See?
Which I thought was cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And that right there proves that clearly he's a superstar. Is there any debate on that?
No, he's going to he's going to start the All-Star game, right?
Absolutely.
Like why would he not? Think about that. He's going to start. He's going to be the starting pitcher in the All-Star game.
Yep.
So take it for what it's worth on that way. He might get the most votes. He might be. I would love to see jersey sales at the end of the year because there's after Ohtani, Let's see where it is. It's going to be close, dude. No, it's not just Milwaukee anymore, Tim. It's not just Milwaukee anymore.
I agree. Justin, thanks, man. Thanks for hanging in there with us. But I think what puts this on the map is the velocity numbers.
Correct.
Okay, that's what puts it on the map. However, it's way more than that.
Yeah.
I want to stress that. It's way more than that. It's command and challenge.
Efficiency on top of it, fear and confidence that we now see out of him, and just the physical stature of him being completely an anomaly too. I mean, he's 6'7", 210 pounds wet, right?
With a pack of Pokemon cards in his back pocket.
Exactly.
I mean, another indicator of that challenge part of it is, what happened out at Coors Field last weekend when it was, I'm not coming out, man. I got this. No.
And I forget who it was on MLB Network, but Mr. Ferguson was jogging my memory. It wasn't DeRosa, but it was someone else. Maybe it was Plesac. But in Coors, like, pitchers are begging to be taken off the mound, right?
That's true.
Like he was in Coors Field, like, no, I want to pitch. I want to pitch in Coors Field right now.
I got these guys, and I got runners at the corners with one out, and I want to pitch at Coors.
Yes, which is another thing that kind of escaped my mind when we were. I don't think I remember if I was on or not for that, but he wanted to pitch at Coors Field during this whole thing. He is not just he is not just the best player on the team. He's one of the best players in the league.
He is. Yes, officially, Brewers fans, we have a superstar.
Let's keep going down the phone lines here. 414-677-1250. Still got a bunch of time for you if you want to jump on. Like Brian up in Valders. What's up, Brian?
Yeah, guys, it was a incredible game today. I'll tell you, I've been at a lot of games, as you guys all know, and I've seen a lot of big games. I've seen the Burns and Hader combined no hitter, but this game tonight was incredible. I don't think I've ever seen a game like this one. And not only that, Ferguson really hit a lot of good points that I really was trying to hit on, was going to talk about, but he's right on everything he said. And I just don't think Major League Baseball is just, we're kind of taking this by storm. And really, I just hope that we can keep this kid healthy, because if we can keep this kid healthy, we have something in our back pocket that nobody has, and who knows, the sky's the limit for him if we keep him healthy. I'm a little worried about our losing pitchers the way we're losing them, because that does not bode well for later in the season, and want us to go and get Tarek Skubal, and I'm all for giving up some prospects to make our team better. But let's just see what Tarek Skubal is after coming off his elbow surgery. I'm just a little hesitant of just throwing everything at Tarek Skubal and not knowing what we're going to get in return. I just want to make sure that when we make these moves, which we're going to, I don't think I've ever seen Mark at a game in June 12th in a game like this tonight. He was on the field after the game, for Christ's sakes. And we're going to be making some moves, but it's really interesting going down the line here. Really interesting.
Yeah. So just real quick, when did the crowd start getting into it? You could see the pitch count right there. You knew he was going to have an extended sort of outing here, but I mean, the pitch count 68 through the 6th. And then he comes up with a low pitch count 7th. And that's when I started that. The 7th inning is when I thought, you know what? I think Murph is going to let him roll here. I think he would have let him roll to about 105, 110.
I agree. I completely agree. He had a base runner in the 9th still. Like he could have allowed a base runner in the 9th, and he would have let him finish the game. I
thought about that. I was looking at the bullpen a lot, and it was quiet as heck in there, and you knew darn well he was going to be coming out. And, I think you hit it on it before a little bit about the confidence. He is just so strong, and his command is so good that nobody can get close to hitting him.
There's some gamesmanship going on within that too. Now, I did notice that he puts a little wiggle into some of those upper guys, the Harpers and the Turners, but those middle to bottom dudes, he was just saying, try and hit it, rookie. There was a couple of rookies in this lineup tonight. The rest of that, 7 of the 9 for the Phillies, they're pretty damn good. So he's careful around a couple of hitters in terms of mixing it up. Maybe that's Contreras a little bit, probably a lot. But the younger dudes, he goes right at them. Just if you can hit it, go ahead, and they can't.
Where do you see a pitcher in the 9th inning of any game throwing 103 miles per hour yet? The way he was coming out of the game. When he started the game, when he was at 104, I was like, man, he's really cooking tonight. He's really warmed up. He's really lax. He's really lathered up. He's really going to be something. And then
I bet you the Phillies really hate him now.
Oh, well, then you saw Schwarber. Schwarber, I think he had a beef there. I don't know that he swung at that. I don't know if he touched that ball.
Right.
But then Schwarber came out the next inning. He was like the first batter the next inning. He came out he was talking to the umpire like, I was not out on that. Like, you took the bat out of my hand there, So then I thought, well, okay, now watch him the next. And there was no way Miz was going to throw him anything off speed again, because that's what he hit. The one hit was a 90 mile per hour off speed pitch. There was no way Miz was going to.
Hitters were 0 for 17 with 12 strikeouts against the fastball today.
Right. And he just challenged. Just let's go. Let's go.
Yep. And William was just carrying him and taking him and just follow me. And that's what I love about William so much, because he's just so smart behind the plate. But
William.
Yeah. But again, what Ferguson said is just definite. We are just so lucky to have a guy like this, and let's just keep him healthy and keep him rocking and rolling. And it was a great atmosphere, and I was glad I was there. And I'm going back tomorrow, and let's beat the Phillies again tomorrow.
All right,
Let's
Brian.
do it, Brian.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brian. Let's keep it going here. We got time for another one before a break here. Rick is in West Dallas. What's going on, Rick?
Hey, how you guys doing?
What's
First
up,
time
man?
I call this year. I've been listening every night, though.
Yeah, thank you, Rick.
How you doing, Tim?
I'm doing good. It's okay.
Great. Hey, I just got back from the game a little while ago. We sat behind the dugout, and we had all Philly fans right by us, and they were just in awe. They were just in awe when they saw him pitch. It was unbelievable.
Were they behaving?
They were behaving, and then I brought up something about people didn't know that Turner and them guys that last year in the All-Star game, they didn't want him there, and they didn't know that. I said, yeah, so there's kind of a revenge factor too. But it was great atmosphere. From the 7th inning on, everybody was staying ovation. We all stuck around. I usually don't stick around until the very end because of the traffic. We stayed till the very end. It was awesome.
That is cool. But Rick, I think we got a superstar in our midst here. I think we have one of the best, if not the best pitcher right now in the game.
Yeah, as long as the agents don't call from Los Angeles or New York, huh?
That's true. Man. Great hearing from you, Rick.
Yeah, you too. I'll start calling back, and it's great talking to you, Tim.
All right. Yeah, you got it. 414-677-1250. Nicolay Law Talk and Text Line. We need to hear from Jacob Mizorowski. We need to hear from manager Pat Murphy.
Yep.
A historic night at American Family Field on the 1 year to the day anniversary of Jacob Mizorowski making his major league debut. And what a beauty it was tonight. A complete game shutout on 1 hit, no walks, 95 pitches, and 15 strikeouts. That's history made for the Milwaukee Brewers and Jacob Mizorowski. We'll take a break, come back. Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. Jacob Mizorowski masterpiece tonight at American Family Field, part of a Brewers Game 1 victory over the Phillies. We'll get a couple of calls in here, and then we'll get to Murph and Miz. Mizorowski does state that Tommy, there's Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen, Tommy, that he didn't have his best stuff until the 5th inning.
Okay.
All right.
A 104 and a half, because I
Yeah.
can't say 105 on this show with you in the first wasn't his best. Okay.
That's right. Also, just a little anecdote. Mrs. Mother, Mizorowski, Mrs. Mizorowski, Ms. And his future, Jacob's future mother-in-law. So the two ladies drove up from Kansas City. I think it's at Kansas City on a whim, just to see this. Yeah. Wow, that is cool.
That's awesome.
Good stuff. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. One more thing, Johnny. You got some things tonight. How about this one?
Well, I thought I would butt in on the conversation tonight, gentlemen. How you doing? Tim.
Are you
Tim,
kidding me?
Well, you know, I never told you guys I used to date one of the Butt sisters. Remember Big Bertha? You guys remember her?
We do.
Yeah, well, when Old Country Buffet became more important than me, I had to cut her loose, Tim.
Jeez.
Yeah, and I had to, if you rounded up her weight, she was about 5'2", 350, Tommy.
Okay. All right.
So anyhow, back to baseball. Hey, I want to give a shout out to Brian from Valders. I love Brian. He really knows his stuff. And I want to give Ferguson a big pat on the back. He didn't talk about Joey Ortiz tonight.
No,
so that was
I
the
did.
best call tonight. Huh?
Joey Ortiz almost stole the stage tonight.
Oh, Joey. Tim, did you have a good time in Vegas?
Are you kidding?
There
That's
you
a
go.
rhetorical question, right?
Well, you know, I'm always standing at the Dragon League waiting for your next bonus.
Okay, deal.
I got one more thing to say, you guys. Hey, Jake Bowers, though, to me, I mean, Miz is the star, but come on, you guys. 13 home runs, 46 RBIs, hitting like 280. I mean, hey, he broke that game open like Tommy Wortz used to do in junior ball.
Well,
so I got to give a shout out
to your point, one more thing, Johnny, we might not have seen a complete game if Jake didn't hit a 3-run bomb.
That's
Well,
possible, right?
Well, it gave us breathing room, and then you had the option of when you wanted to take Miz out, you know, after like say 7 innings or rest his arm. But he was going with such a historic game, you had to keep playing. You know,
this may sound like a little thing, but a complete game, man. That bullpen could use another day's rest. So that's 2 in a row here with the off day yesterday. I know it sounds like a little thing, but that's pretty important the rest of the series.
Yeah, and we're going to sweep them. I'm predicting it. I'm sounding like Beer Count Kenny. And one last thing. Hey, I love it. We got to have I'm going to get a beer pong. I think Cousin Tim last week was calling himself a professional beer drinker, and Kenny made a note that we might have to have a cage match out in Miller Park this summer because no one touches Kenny. He's had like 15 beers tonight. So on that note, gentlemen, great show. I'm going to butt out. Have a good night.
Dong off his butt!
Marshall,
are you kidding me?
I think you're going to be the final word tonight before we get to Miz and Murph. How are you, Marshall?
I will just say tonight, living the dream, not only the Miz and this historic performance tonight, but my Tar Heels beat Ole Miss tonight. We're going to be moving, hopefully, for that first national title in Omaha this year. We'll see what happens, but great night tonight, a night in heaven for me right now. And I'll just say this. I'm sure even though you had a good time, Tim, in Las Vegas and everything, but with those results, as you always say, that weren't so great in the whole series, it's Sheryl Crow's song, Leaving Las Vegas. And I'm sure he's glad to leave Las Vegas.
Oh, man. It's such a horrible feeling leaving Las Vegas. Oh, my God. It's just awful.
But anyway, what a game. I mean, and you know, I've been not in this town all my life, but enough of my life to you know, they mentioned Robin now. You know, I remember I saw Higuera pitch in the late 80s, and even a rookie on that team, Kerry Wood, in the late 90s. And Ben Sheets was a phenom in the early and mid-zeros, of course. He was must-watch there for a while. Frankly, the only reason to watch the Brewers some of those years. But, man, this guy is just putting those people in the dust. I mean, how blessed are we, folks? I mean, not only do we have Miz, but the year before that, and you, thank goodness, got to see him. We had Jackson Churio the year before. It's just, we are a very lucky small market team right now. We just need to get to that World Series. And I second a lot of your callers. It's a matter of keeping him healthy, just praying that his arm stays healthy, that there's no Tommy John surgery down the road. If he avoids all that, I mean, I see the Michael Jordan comparison, and I was lucky enough to see him when he was young, guys. So it's helped my fandom too, guys. It's just a great time, and let's now just go win this series. And I've got to get out there before the season's over and see this guy. I've got to do it.
Yes, you
I'm
do.
going to do it eventually.
All right, Marshall. Thank you. Have a great night tonight. And with the win, 42-25. Let's not forget about the season they're having. It is so far a really fun ride. There's no question about it.
Tim, let's squeeze in one more. We'll play Miz on the other side because we got one more person hanging out on the line. Trell on the north side. What's up, Trell?
Hey, how you guys doing? I ain't gonna be long at all. What an absolute stud, man! My God, what a stud, man! Oh man, this is like having Randy Johnson. This is like having Nolan Ryan, and he's still so young. We were talking about on the big show earlier about can Miz be the best Brewer ever? He absolutely can. I just want to get him in those pressurized situations in the big game so he can just dominate people.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to be the best Brewer ever, or most dominating pitcher ever in a Brewers uniform, or whatever you want to, however you want to justify it, this is the way you would start it for sure. This is how you get going at it. Yeah.
Yeah, smile, Timmy. Smile for me. I'm out of here.
There it is.
All right,
Trell.
take it easy.
All right,
yeah,
well,
Bob Uecker is smiling back.
We can get Miz in before we got to go to a break here. I want to make sure that we get both of them in. So Jacob Mizorowski, after the game today, speaking to the Milwaukee Beat on his historic performance.
Ever had a day like that, a game like that?
No, that's probably the first one ever. So it's fun.
What does it feel like from the first inning?
To be honest, like first few innings, I feel like I didn't have it all that well, and I was just hoping they would swing, and they were hacking away, so that helped a lot.
Was there a point in it where you thought 9 innings might be possible, or was it just kind of inning by inning?
No, it was inning by inning. Yeah. Honestly, I thought the 7th was going to be it. When we scored all those runs, I thought they were going to turn to me and be like, "Oh, you're done," but no, they let me go.
To get to a point where you can get through 9 innings and through them 100 pitches after the good questions of being able to throw strikes. Just what do you make of your ability to do something like that now, given the questions that have been asked?
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work from people on behind me and in the training room and that weight room and all that. So they've helped a lot, but most of all, it's been William. William back there has been the one, kind of coaching me along through these games and, really making it happen.
You said you didn't feel it all in the first inning, but the velocity was obviously up for you. Did you feel that?
Yeah, I think I was trying to, push it a little bit and to feel something, and, it just started coming out.
When did it start to feel like locked?
Probably about the 5th. Yeah, I started feeling good. The lower half started locking in. So
how did you get through the first 4 the way you did?
Yeah, I mean, they were swinging, and William was mixing it up well back there, and I'm sitting there just trusting him, like, let's go. So
did you shake it all tonight?
No, I mean, you see me shaking out there. It's mostly just William pushing buttons and him disagreeing with himself. So it's fun.
You've accomplished a lot in your young career. What is having the fastest pitch by a starting pitcher kind of mean to you?
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, honestly, that's really cool. But I think there's always another step to go with it. So keep pushing it.
Was there any extra energy for facing the Phillies?
To be honest, it's about the same as the Yankees, the Dodgers, like, any of those big market teams, you always want to throw well against them. So, that adds adrenaline to it too. So,
you're locked in, but did you feel and hear the crowd tonight?
Yeah, no, when I walked out for that ninth, I started, whole body shiver and, adrenaline really kicked in and, it was cool.
How do you keep yourself kind of calm in that moment and just take a breath?
It's just breathing. I think that's the biggest thing, and settling in on that mound and really focusing on William back there.
How important was it for you to give the bullpen a night off tonight?
Yeah, it's huge. From that weekend in Vegas, it was interesting for the bullpen to get used like that. So it's awesome that I was able to make it happen.
The Schwarber single, was it a good pitch?
Yeah, I thought so. It was a backdoor slider. I thought, I located well and maybe slightly off on some. I don't remember exactly where it was at, but no, I'm happy with it. It's trying to jump out ahead of him. He's probably thinking heater and, poked it through. So, oh well.
Does it cross your mind like that's the one thing standing between like total history?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but oh well, the dude made, good contact with it and poked it through. So, into the story and, move on to the next.
On a night like tonight when everything seems to go well, what do you take away from it?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is, trusting William and really having faith in him and, proving to myself that I can do it.
There's a lot of quick outs in the middle and later innings. Can those be as big of momentum builders as strikeouts? Do you feel momentum from those quick outs?
Yeah, of course. I think that's the huge part in the pitch count, was like sub 100 or 95. So that's a huge part of that. So, that plays into a giant factor in me being able to, go deeper in games. So it's a big deal.
You're obviously always trying to miss bats, but does the approach change at all when you're kind of rolling and getting those quick outs? Are you trying to pitch to contact a little bit more?
No. I think it's still, trying to get to 2 strikes and punch a guy out. If they make weak contact, then so be it. Thank you.
And is that final pitch 103 something? Can you describe? You take me through your process of the pitch and then the emotion. After.
Yeah. I was. There was no chance I was gonna throw something other than heater right there. So, no, I was amped up. So it was gonna come out. So it was fun.
On a night like tonight, when it goes like this, how long does it take you to come down?
It's gonna be a while. So sorry, Elle, if she's listening to this, it's gonna be a long night.
Well, there he is, Jacob Mizorowski. I love the Adam McCalvy question tonight. I really do. Have you thought about just that one pitch? Historically, what it
You're so
greedy.
Done? You're such a greedy guy. You're a greedy baseball historian. Gosh, you and Ken in River West. That's the only 2 people thinking about it. Oh, it would have been the 28th perfect game in history.
Oh, man, it would have been cool. All right, let's get to Murph on the other side here. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. To our insurance run or runs of the game in just a second here, but manager Pat Murphy after Miz's historic performance.
Yeah, I mean, for me personally, that was as good as it gets. You know, I can't, 46 years, I only remember about 3 of them. So I can't tell you for sure, but it seems like in the major leagues to pitch a game like that against an offense like that, that's that capable with all those all-stars over there and the great players they have, you know, incredible performance. Efficient. Of course, you gotta applaud Miz, but of course you can't forget William, the job that William did navigating through that game. And to others, it might seem easy, but it's not. And those are a great offensive team, and to see, and a team that's playing so well. Yeah. I can't remember one better, that's for sure.
And of course, credit William. Time for our G2 Insurance run or runs of the game, brought to you by G2 Insurance, your friend in insurance.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big night for Jakes.
There's a drive into the gap in left center. Going to get some here. That is up and gone. The 3-run homer for Bowers. Boy, he backspin that one out of here.
I mean, he is on an absolute tear, Jeff. 13 bombs, 391-foot line drive into the bullpen. I had to keep that bit of Vinny in there for sure.
Yes.
Running a business is like a championship run. One bad hit can take you out of the game. G2 Insurance Service specializes in keeping your business and reputation protected. They offer tailored solutions for restaurants, professional liability, and workers' comp. They represent top carriers like Erie to find the best combination of coverage and price. Get the defensive line your business deserves. G2 Insurance Services in Brookfield, online, g2ins.com. Your friend in insurance.
Instead of rewinding, we're going to hit the fast forward button. When do we think Mizorowski will pitch again? A couple of more games left over the weekend against the Phillies, then an off day, then a 3-game series against the Guardians.
Okay, I got a fun one for you. Will Mizorowski or Woodruff pitch next?
Yeah, I mean, it's got to be Miz. I think they're probably planning on one more rehab type situation for Woody.
They don't want to waste bullets. Remember.
But if standard operating procedure moves forward, let's just say it's 5 days rest for Miz. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and he would pitch Thursday. I'm going to target Thursday for Miz's next performance. That's a day game against the Guardians to wrap up that series. Okay. All right, well, that's going to do it for us. Thanks for hanging around and talking Mizorowski. It's the Mizorowski postgame show tonight.
Yeah.
This was really what it was. And we're back with you tomorrow with the Potawatomi Sportsbook postgame show. We'll be live here in the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. I say we because we're a team. It won't be me. It'll be Tommy.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I'll have pregame coverage as well. I know we had a very short version of Pat Murphy. You'll get the full version on the leadoff show tomorrow, plus pregame Pat Murphy talking before game 2. It all starts at 5 o'clock tomorrow with the leadoff show.
And if you want to see the band, we'll be out in Burlington tomorrow night for the Burlington Backyard Bash.
Ooh.
7:30 start time. So the Brewers will be an hour and a half into things. Love to see you out there, talk some Brewers baseball, and just rock and roll and have a beer. But again, that's going to do it for us. 6-zip the final. The Brewers 42-25. And they took one of the first 2 games, obviously, of the series. Take this series with a victory tomorrow. 6:15 first pitch after the game. Potawatomi Sportsbook post-game show for Tommy Wortz, Tim Allen saying, smile, Wisconsin. Bob Uecker is smiling back.